at this fruit, this whatever it may be. It could be a new job. It could be a new house, a new car, making more money, clothes, shoes, whatever it may be. But that's the fruit that we're going to take. That's the fruit that we're going to bite off of. That's the fruit that we're going to eat for ourselves. And then we take a look at some other things deeply that we didn't consider first. We didn't consider jealousy. Hey. Who you been talking to? We didn't consider envy. You know, she's got that new job and now she's making more money than me, or you know what? Every time I have to do something, I have to ask him for money, or I have to, you know, ask if I could use the car. Strife. Well, how come I can't go out? How come I'm just going out with the guys, or I'm just going out with the girls? How come we can't go out? Or, you know, we never do anything anymore. It's always this, that you're always busy doing this, or you're always busy doing that. We never do anything anymore. So now we take a bite of the fruit. And our eyes become open. Our eyes become open to the things that we didn't see before. Well, you know what? It's okay. Doesn't matter. It's all right. But it's not, because we didn't sit down and communicate. Hey, this is not good for us. This is not good for the relationship. And then if we do, then we may run into that strife again. Well, you're just jealous that I'm doing this or I'm doing that. Look, it's all right. It's fine. We're fine. We're okay. But we don't go out anymore. We don't talk to one another anymore. We yell and we scream at one another. We don't have that union. We're not in a cohesive state of being. Do you feel the presence of the eternal within us anymore? No. And we forget, because now we know. Now we stand naked in front of the truth. Well, I was taught that I had to do this, that, and the other in order to be a man. You want this and you want that. You want to be here or you want to be there, and we got to keep up with the Joneses that are keeping up with the Smiths. All these things that permeate into a relationship that don't need to be in a relationship. Yes, although we know good and evil, we know what's good for us, we know what's bad for us. There's a certain death that comes to us within that relationship. And what do we do about it? Well, we have choices. We have a choice. We have choices that we can make. We have things that we can do. And as we know one another, we have a choice. In knowing one another, we either can move more towards, let's say, a materialistic aspect of things, where we work hard, we play hard, we achieve certain material things. We have a nice house, we have a nice home, we have 6 months of savings put away, we go on vacations, we have a nice car, the kids are doing this, and the kids are here and this, and we're pillars in the community in church, or we're pillars in the community in whatever organization that we belong to. But then when we come back home, behind closed doors, behind the four walls we call home, it's not home. It's just a house. We We may play house, and we may play like everything's okay, but it's not. Because now we're doing things separately. Man is off doing his things with the guys and boys, and he's off golfing, and he's off here, and he's off there, and she's off with the girls doing, hair salon and other things, or even with the children and spending more time with the children because she feels needed by them, because she doesn't feel needed by him any longer, and he doesn't feel needed by her any longer, so he's spending more time at the office, and now we have that silver-tongued devil come in again and whisper things that looks good, doesn't it? That looks good, doesn't it? Well, if you were mine, I wouldn't treat you this way. If you were mine, I wouldn't do that. I'd listen. I'd show you appreciation. Do all the things that he used to do beforehand. Not realizing that, in about 90 days, you're going to be doing the same exact thing. Because in 90 days, and that's just Hollis Gamer speaking, things will start to appear that didn't appear before. And if you've been in a relationship long enough, that's when you start to realize things change. Career, job, got to make decisions to do this, got to make decisions to do that. And, kids are growing up. Kids need this and kids need that. Kids need shoes, kids need braces, insurance, and car payment, and mortgage payment, this payment, that payment. And it all just builds up. A slow death of a relationship. In the moment that you eat of it, surely you will die. Like I said, not physical death, but that slow death that we all come to realize in our old age. But we don't see it from that perspective because we don't know who we are, and we don't know who we are inside the relationship. So we stand naked in front of ourselves, and we stand naked in front of the truth, and then we forget who we are. We forget, this is bone of my bone, this is flesh of my flesh, spirit of my spirit. We forget to do the things that brought us together. We forget to do the things that keep us together. Like talking and communicating, expressing ourselves. Getting behind closed doors. You know what, kids? Get out. Close the door. And you know what? I'm tired. You need a back rub? Massage? What's going on with work? And the only thing that you talk about now is work. What's going on at work, what's happening at work, how Sally is doing this, how George is doing that, how Bob is getting the next promotion, how you're working hard to beat Sally Sue out of that promotion so you can have more stuff coming in. So you know one another, but you know each other, and you're producing or creating a materialistic relationship. If we look hard enough at it, when Adam knew his wife Eve, they gave birth to Cain. Cain was working on a materialistic aspect of life. They came back together, knew one another, and they had Abel. Abel was more of a spiritual aspect of life. So we have a choice. We can come back together and know each other, realize that, this materialistic stuff really isn't important to us. I remember how we used to go out on dates. I remember how we used to do this. And it felt good. It felt right. It felt natural. And it made us whole and complete. The things that we have are just the fruits of our labor. They are just the byproduct of the good relationship that we had. Now we transition from, in order to keep this stuff, we have to do this, that, and the other. Not realizing that These things are the byproduct of our good, wholesome relationship. Of you loving me loving you, and us, the relationship, loving one another. So now that we have choices and we understand those choices, we realize that, you know what, it can happen. And sometimes things happen that, again, bills got to be paid, this has got to be paid, got to keep a roof over the head. And it sometimes squashes that spiritual nature that you're trying to develop. Hence, Cain killing Abel. So, okay, we got to go back to the drawing board. Go back to the drawing board. We got to start all over again. All right. Whew. Now, kids are a little bit growner now. We've maintained a good level of existence. We've got a good level of income. Our house is good. Everything else is all right. Now let's get back to us again. And let's really solidify who we are, what we are to one another. I know that I am the better half of you. I know that you are the better half of me. And together, we're trying to achieve not all of this material stuff, but we're trying to achieve something better and wholesome for us, for each other, so we can evolve to the next level. That's knowing who you are inside your relationship, knowing who your spouse is inside the relationship, and knowing that the relationship is a process of evolution to bring the two of you to the next level of enlightenment. That'll be the next thing that we talk about. How do you get there? Because we have a lot of stories, a lot of sacred texts, a lot of things that tell us that we're supposed to be this, that, and the other, but there's very few instructors, teachers, saying this is how you implement. It's like being in class, again, all over again, and you're wondering, how is this math going to help me out in life? It really doesn't, other than the fact that 2 plus 2 is 4. And you can add and subtract your income and know that, okay, my gross is what I'm making, my net is what I bring home. That's how math helps you from school. But in order to apply it, in order to help you move to the next level of life, or even to apply it in order to help you become a better person and be successful and prosperous. So that's what we're going to talk about next time. I want to thank you for joining me here on my YouTube channel. Again, don't forget to subscribe to us. Don't forget to go to our One Source fan page, like us there, come back, leave some comments, some questions, some questions so I can get some answers. But we'll see you next time.